Well, let's speak to Gavin Morley, a Royal Society University Research Fellow and an Associate Professor in the Warwick Physics Department. Good to have you with us, Gavin. Stephen Hawking, known as a massive intellect, one of the great minds of the century. But I guess it takes a scientist like yourself to really understand the importance of his work.
Yeah, so Stephen Hawking was a genius. He was a genius of physics, and his passion for understanding the universe and understanding our world around us is inspiring in terms of the physics that he did, but also in terms of how he reached out to ordinary members of the public to try and express the work that he was doing as best he could.
So how do you think he's going to be remembered? I mean, is it possible to compare him to some of the great minds of the past?
Sure. I mean, I think certainly he goes down in history as a great, incredible physicist. I think that in terms of how he'll be remembered, then his real contribution, his real legacy, for me, is about the way that he managed to contribute to our understanding of the way that gravity can be understood at the same time as quantum physics. Going back to Einstein's time, so Einstein tried unsuccessfully to explain how we could have gravity, which is explained by his theory of relativity, Einstein's theory of relativity, but how we can combine that with quantum physics is something that Einstein was working on unsuccessfully as he died. And Hawking has made a contribution to that. He's made some progress in that area, which has really been, for me, the most important area of physics ever since, the most important unsolved fundamental problem in our understanding of physics ever since. And so to have a contribution to that, as Stephen Hawking did, is quite immense, really.
And he seemed to be very accessible as a scientist. I mean, very visible struggles with his health problems, of course. But then he appeared on TV and TV series like Star Trek and The Simpsons. Did that draw more people to science, do you think?
Definitely, yeah. I think that he was doing that at a time when there weren't so many people popularising physics, and had a massive impact on me in that way. I think that everybody could see that he was really overcoming adversity by managing to think about such rich, complicated, interesting ideas while while being paralysed as he was. And that's certainly part of his inspirational response, his inspirational impact on the world. But also, as you say, he was well known for his sense of humour. He was a very sort of light-hearted person as well sometimes, and I think that comes across through, like you say, some of his appearances on TV shows. But also, he was making bets with scientists, which made sometimes that, I think, helped to make science more exciting by showing that top scientists were unsure of things and were having bets with each other over how science would turn out over the coming decades.
Yeah, he will be well remembered. Gavin, thank you very much indeed for that. Gavin Morley there.